So it's a sunny day for a change in the PNW in November. It's the 23rd, the week of Thanksgiving. Everybody's all excited about that. A lot of stuff's been going on. Got a lot of dog drama the last few weeks. Uh, Both our boy dogs had seizures the same night. It was just a nightmarish night in so many ways. Yeah, so like most of you know, have watched or have read this blog. In that case, over the years, that we have 7 animals. We have had 4 cats for probably 12 or 13 years. We've had 3 dogs. These aren't our original 3 dogs, but we've had these 3 dogs for the last 3 years, since 2017, late 2017. We lost our last two of our other dogs. And these 3 dogs came from a place in Wyoming that saved dogs from pharmaceutical testing. And these dogs have been through a lot. They've been through unimaginable stuff. They are very they're very high strung. They have a lot of PTSD. Abel, my guy Abel, he's the most, he's the best of the bunch. He's so nervous if you drop. If anything, there's a loud noise. If anything drops, if anything moves too suddenly, he gets nervous. He still doesn't trust any of us behind him. To this day, he loves us both. I can tell he loves us both so much, but he just got that that fear in him that whatever happened to him really puts some severe fear into him, and he's the best of the bunch. He's my guy. He's the one we got first. We got him first, and we thought that hey, he's great. We can get 2 more just like we had before. We can have 3 dogs again. That was our goal, but that was a mistake. We do love the dogs, but it's been very difficult with 3 of them because their fears play off each other, and especially the 2 that we got subsequently after Abel, Daisy and Izzy. Daisy is the same age as Abel. She's 11 now. Izzy is, I think, 6 now. There's hope for him, I think, but he's just so. He's the cutest thing ever, but he can just be so unruly and disobedient. And he's self-endangering. They're all self-endangering. It's just maddening how self-endangering they are. They eat the worst things. They eat everything. They eat pine cones, and our backyard is filled with pine cones. They eat cedar. Cedar's bad for dogs, and those 2, the terrible 2 we call them, they eat all this stuff, and they get into all kinds of shit. So it's just a non-stop, just grind trying to keep them, save them from themselves. We found out from a vet visit a week or so ago, about 10 days ago, that Daisy has some mass in her bladder. So, and the vets are just like Western doctors. They're the same. They're taught the same medicine. So they want you to go see a specialist. They want you to see a specialist so they can examine the dog and tell you this, and then charge you another like fee, and a mass is not good. I mean, of any kind, it's most likely cancerous. So tomorrow, Jan's going to take Daisy to another vet that we took our last dog Lily to, her last days, we like the way that doctor treated Lily, and the way that she was honest with us and didn't bullshit and didn't try to get us to spend a fortune and where it would make no difference in the long run. And we're gonna hope we get some answers tomorrow. I'll tell you the Daisy experience has not been pleasant. I mean, I hate to say, but the most unpleasant dog I've ever raised, I've ever had. And it's not her fault. It's not her fault. I mean, they fucked her up. I mean, I'm angry at what they did to her. And whenever she makes me mad, I think about that's not her fault. That's what they did to her. But we're dealing with the results of that. You know, the real villains here are the fuckers who are experimenting on dogs for makeup and shit like that, and treating these passive little animals who are just the little teddy bears who poop. Or these beagles are just like the sweetest dogs ever. That's why they choose them. They're treating them as lab rats, and then getting the NDAs, or forcing the shelter or the home in Wyoming, for instance, has to sign NDAs, not disclosing anything about where they got them from, what kind of experimentation was done on them. That's the only way that they will let them have the dogs. NDA is another thing from hell, straight from hell. The NDAs are, So, and I whatever happens, I don't, it's just not going to be pleasant. These last few weeks or whatever it is we have with her, it never is, and the worse the dogs were treated, the worse their final days are. But that's the sad thing about animals. Especially dogs, they go way too soon. I really try to enjoy them every day. Every day is a good day. Just try to enjoy them and love them and do the best you can for them until it's all over. So I'll do another blog between now and then. Happy Thanksgiving.